Morning. This creepypasta is based on the playground creepypasta of Bernard Connigan's 1988 pilot called Me and My Friends. This is not for kids under 14. Watch at your own risk.
The Backyardigans was a children's kids show on Nickelodeon. Like most people, this show is very nostalgic for me. I used to love it to death, having many DVDs of it. However, not many know this, but Nickelodeon has kept a dark secret of the show away from public. Until now. It was just a normal day for me, helping my parents with shopping. I was looking through a batch of DVDs, until I found one particular DVD. It was in a transparent CD package. The disc looked very dirty and scratched. It has the words, "Me and My Friends" written in red marker. At first I thought this was just some random old movie I wouldn't be interested in. But then I saw that the disc had a drawing of one of the Backyardigans, Pablo. That was when I thought maybe it could be an episode of the Backyardigans I hadn't seen before. So I brought it, took it back to my home, and put it in my DVD player. The DVD started with the Nickelodeon logo, with a text, August 8, 1998 below it. This made me think this was a very old episode of the show. It opens with four of the Backyardigans: Pablo, Tyrone, Tasha, and Unica, and a conga line with the words, "Me and My Friends" pilot shown off in white letters. The Backyardigans are singing a song, similar to the theme of the show, but the music sounds rather cheesy and somewhat distorted, and some of the lyrics are a bit different. Like there's "Me and My Friends" lyrics in place of the Backyardigans lyrics. The fact that there's a whole lot of the title "Me and My Friends" in this makes me think Me and My Friends was the original title of the show, and this was an early pilot. But aside from the different title and theme song, there's a lot more noticeable differences this pilot has with the rest of the show. It isn't an animation, it's live action. The set, which is a little playground with a slide, swings, and a house, looked like it was made of foam, and has cheesy colors that look like they came from the 1960s. The Backyardigans themselves are guys in costumes that have some differences to their traditional designs from the show. Pablo looked exactly the same as he does in the show, though his hat has a paler color. Tyrone looked almost the same, though his fur has a more reddish tint to it, with his hair having a lighter color. And his shirt has yellow and blue stripes as opposed to red and blue stripes. Tasha looked a little bit chubbier than how she was in the show, and had a very creepy face. Unique was the most different looking of the four. Her head had a different shape. She had nostrils, and was purple and pink, instead of light and dark pink. Austin, the character from the Backyardigans, was missing in this pilot, or they didn't make him. There was the meerkats. The meerkats was yellow, blue, and red, they said. About this pilot, there was no the playground. The playground starts with Pablo at the table. Pablo was sad, and he was crying. Unlike cartoon sounds, Pablo's crying didn't sound like a cartoon crying at all. Just a gurgled crying to be here. It skipped to another scene, and it's the background of the playground. There was a person. It was tackled to ground. He was getting killed by a Unica. The blood was there. There was a sense of Tyrone killing a other person with an axe. It cuts to Tasha. She was happy. The monster was there. And it cuts to a black screen. A blood-curdling scream was here. It sounded like Tasha. If she was getting killed, Tasha's dead body was there, blood was there. I start to get scared. The person start to scream. Then killing the person with the axe was really making me really sick. It cuts to Pablo. He was not crying anymore. His eyes was red, and he had black substance dripping down his eyes. It cut to the house. There was a guillotine beheading. Pablo goes to the guillotine beheading and put his head in it. He says his final words.
Life is
His voices sound like Chuck E. Cheese. Then he killed himself. The blood would show up. I vomit for seeing this. Then it showed the meerkats. They crying, but they sound like a human crying. Then it cuts to black screen with a white text that says with a music box, "Don't look at the windows." I just got scared what I saw. One of my kids' show had doing killing and suicide. On the next day, the episode was banned from Nickelodeon. However, I still remember this pilot. It scares me a lot. But in the pictures, Pablo, Tyrone, Tasha, and Unica can be seen on the photo, happy and normal, but with no man and woman. I have nightmares about this pilot, but if you found a DVD about this pilot, I want you don't ever watch this, right now, or you will have nightmares about this. This is why Nickelodeon won't never release this pilot, cause it's a true nightmare.